Okay, so we have not one, but two ICE riots happening at the same time in Los Angeles and in New York. And I have some very interesting things you guys may want to take a look at. Now, if you guys remember the summer of 2020, the BLM movement, where those mysterious pile of bricks were showing up nationwide, yeah, that's actually happening again. And not only that, they're conveniently placed right across the street from where the riots and protests are happening. Not to mention, if you look at the delivery date, it's actually dated a day before the riots and protests started, which is very convenient. So the real question is, what is going on right now? Now, immigration has been a major issue in our country for a very long time, which hasn't started with Trump and his administration, and Tom Homan says he's actually releasing the National Guard tonight in Los Angeles. Now, those cinder blocks that I just showed you guys, they're actually barricading the streets now so the National Guard can't get in, which is also very convenient, right? Now, which president was in power during summertime where we saw a movement like this with the same playbook? I don't know, rhymes with stump. And this is very interesting timing as well, with Elon falling out with Trump, which poses the question, was this some type of trigger or breaking point? Now, allegedly, reports say that Elon gets a black eye, then he leaves the administration, Trump warns him you better not side with the Democrats, and then we have all this. Then to add more fuel to the fire, we have LA Mayor Karen Bass saying this.
We are going to fight for all Angelenos, regardless of when they got here, whether they have papers or not. We are a...
But there is that one time where she headed up many coalitions and rallies for communist Cuba back in the day, so there's that. And last, but definitely not least, this is happening in DC right now, where Trump just ordered over 200 military vehicles, which includes 6,700 soldiers, 50 tanks in celebration of the US Army's 250th anniversary, and also Donald Trump's birthday, and also interesting timing. As I always say, nothing is what it seems. Make sure you guys get into my Telegram so I can drop more info. But what do you guys think is really going on? Let me know below.
I wanted to let the city know that I have declared a local emergency and issued a curfew for downtown Los Angeles to stop the vandalism, to stop the looting. Many businesses have now been affected by or vandalized. Last night, there were 23 businesses that were looted, and I think that if you drive through downtown LA, the graffiti is everywhere and has caused significant damages to businesses and a number of properties. So my message to you is, if you do not live or work in downtown LA, avoid the area. Law enforcement will arrest individuals who break the curfew, and you will be prosecuted. Hundreds of officers from police and sheriff departments from across the region and state are working alongside LAPD through a unified command structure. The curfew will be in place tonight from 8 p.m. until 6 a.m. I want to thank the governor for his partnership, and especially thank our state and local leaders and deputies, officers and deputies who are working tirelessly. So curfew guidance, again, it will begin at 8 p.m. tonight and go until 6 a.m. tomorrow. I will consult with elected leaders and law enforcement officials tomorrow on the continuation of the curfew, but we certainly expect for it to last for several days. The curfew area will be between the 5 freeway and to the 110 and the 10 freeway to where the 110 freeway and 5 freeway merge. You look at the map and you can see that the city of Los Angeles is a massive area, 502 square miles. The area of downtown where the curfew will take place is 1 square mile. I think it is important to point this out, not to minimize the vandalism and violence that has taken place there. It has been significant, but it is extremely important to know that what is happening in this 1 square mile is not affecting the city. Some of the imagery of the protests and the violence gives the appearance as though this is a citywide crisis, and it is not. So everyone must abide by this curfew. Limited exceptions will apply for residents, people traveling to and from work, and credentialed media representatives. With that, I would like to turn it over to Chief Jim McDonnell.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Shalom. Yeah, because there's a lot going on. It's a test run for the bigger event they're doing, and it's right at the door. I don't know if you know, but China held back their cargo in the ports, and that was today, as of June 10th. So if you read the scriptures, you understand and you know what that means, right? That's the beginning. We at the beginning of Jacob's trouble. So pay attention. Follow the scriptures. And with that, I say shalom.
Oh,